I hope everyone had a great Christmas. We did. Um, Still having a hard time just like getting excited about the holidays, but we stayed really, really busy and we had such a good time. It was we were able to get through it really well. In fact, Mom is out eating fish with Megan and Caleb right now. I think they're still waiting in line. So if y'all see this, hi guys. Uh, Today I want to talk about for this next year I'm probably going to have a free gift or a free checklist or something like that to help you get along with your thyroid and what you can do, just different free things each month. Well, this next month is going to be a checklist. I'm going to start from the very beginning, and this is the checklist that you would take with you to your doctor. These are things that I wish I had known when I started having problems with my thyroid, what I could ask. I'm also in the process of making up a journal that you can buy that be available on Amazon. That you can be for like 3 months, because that's for when I was going through it, and still do go through it. Obviously, that's the time frame that they usually look at. So when they're trying to decide your medication, things like that. When I first started, I was going every month, and then it was every 2 months, and it was every 3 months, and 6 months, and then once a year. That's where I am now. Once a year, unless I start feeling like I have any problems, it'll be once a year. But when they make like actual changes to my medication, it was like with showing what happened in the last 3 months. So the journal will help you with that to get everything down that you would need. I'm still working on that. Probably available sometime next month or February. But for this video, it's going to be a two-part because I like to give you little bite-sized chunks on watching videos. But this is going to be the checklist that you'll be able to get January 1st. And I did want to go over it because there's reasons why I put this down. Um, and um, and and I kind of gonna have to get a little nerdy here. If anybody knows me growing up or knows me now, it's kind of my default. So what I've been doing is trying to go through and see exactly what I can do to make this really easy to understand. So we're going to start from the very beginning of what how your thyroid works. Okay, so like I said, try not to get too nerdy. This will be pretty quick. But the first thing that happens is your brain has to tell your pituitary gland to make the hormone. Okay, and in order to do that, it has to have enough serotonin and enough dopamine. We're starting at the very beginning. We already can see where stress plays a big role in this. Okay, so we've got that one step. So I'm going to have you ask them how much training that they've had, and could be continuing education, because for the most part, when you're dealing with doctors that you're going to be trusting, you usually, this was my experience, you don't have a lot to choose from and that really know what they're doing on this. So you may have to have other people come in and supplement for you. So in different areas. But first thing they need on continuing education is what stress does to the body, and nutrition. Now, when I was asking Joseph, who's a pharmacist, and of course he went through medical school, how much did y'all learn about nutrition? And he said, oh, we had one class. I said, oh, okay. So you had a semester of nutrition. Oh, no. We had one class. One hour class. I'm like, okay, but what we eat does a big effect to how our brains work. But that is what we're dealing with. So what we need to do is be our own advocate. And I know that's going to be very scary and very hard, but you can do this with just a little few tips and tricks on how to do this. So right off the bat, we're talking about nutrition and stress. The next one is, once you get that, once you get to the pituitary gland, then it makes the TSH. It's where you've heard if anybody's dealt with thyroid, you know that TSH, the thyroid hormone. But guess what? You have to have enough protein, an adequate amount of protein, an adequate amount of magnesium, an adequate amount of zinc, and an adequate amount of B12. We got to see where we stand on those. So you're going to have to do a pretty big blood panel just to see where you stand on those things. And so I'm going to have a list of different supplements that you may need. But you have to have blood work to see that. And so the next step that we have to go through is, I'm going to read my notes up here. And this because read my notes because this is 90% of the problem right here. You have to have TPO and TG. And if you're in my group, we're going to go through those things. So in the description of this, it gives you a link to my group, so be sure to get in that. For people with hypothyroidism, which is what I deal with, if this, like I said, is 90% of the problem, which leads to Hashimoto's. And then you're dealing with a lifelong problem. But it doesn't mean there's it's not all hopeless. Like right now, I'm not having to be on any medication. And technically, I've been diagnosed with Hashimoto's. And if you talk to any doctor, they just say you have to take a pill for the rest of your life. Well, yes, if you're not going to the root of the problem. And I'm telling you, this is not easy. It's not like I just do these little things and I don't take a pill. No. I work very hard not to take a pill. So this is something that you have to work on. But if that's what you want to do, then here's the tips and tricks to do that. Okay, so then it starts attacking itself when you get a Hashimoto's. So everybody's like, oh, we're immunocompromised. Oh, no. Our immune's working. It's just working against us and our thyroid, which controls everything else. So we're not immunocompromised. We just have an autoimmune disorder. And the next thing is, in order for it to be able to get that TPO and TG, once again, vitamin B12, vitamin C. You need iodine, but not too much. And we usually get enough iodine, so I don't really worry about that one so much. And you cannot be deficient in selenium. That's another one we have to look at. So these are the first four things that I want to talk about. And then on Thursday, we're going to look at the rest of it. But I just wanted to give you a little snippet. And this is the things that we're going to really be working on this year in my group. And we'll work together on it. So be sure to get in the group. And also, if you've ever wanted to do a vegan diet, I still have the pantry list that's available for you to get also. So I'm glad we're getting back together and get back in the swing of things. And I will see you on Thursday.